Okay, so this is kind of episode 1 of the rebuild. So I'm going to take you around and show you what's been going on and what I've found by stripping the car. And as you might have guessed, it's just lots and lots of rust. But yeah, I'll take you around and show you some of the things that I found. So stripped everything at the back. It had a little bit of a bump in the middle. Looks like a bollard or something. Things are bent up, but everything should pull back into shape. There's nothing really too problematic. The one thing that is frustrating, that inside, first bit of rust is around the fuel filler pipe, which is a kind of common thing of 80s Hondas. That'll be all fixed up. Down in the bottom here, when the little bump happened, it broke the seam sealer and then the water got in, and that's rusted out. So there's a little bit of cutting out, a little bit of welding in there. But as you can see, the rest of the boot area is wonderful. It's really, really good. Given how bad the outside panels were on this car, it's a minor miracle that the rest of it, actually, when you peel back those outer layers, it's actually really, really solid, really good. The last kind of big project I did, the Prelude, had rotted out, so the rear arches had rotted out on that. That was a 91 Prelude, but the back had gone, and this is fine. So it just goes to show you don't know what you're going to get. The Prelude actually didn't look anywhere near as bad as this, and you know, underneath it had gone. I have had a crawl underneath the car. Excuse me. It looks good. It looks really fine, apart from the sills, which I'm cutting out. I've got new sills and rear arches arriving next week. So by virtue of that, you probably guessed that I am going to put this car back on the road. It is going to be fully restored, so that's a good thing. Just take you around. Usual thing with the arches, yes, they're gone. They're all been cut out and replaced. The back of the sills disappeared. The front of the sills where water was collecting has gone as well. You might have seen in the previous video, the sunroof trays come out now. The corrosion on the roof is pretty catastrophic, and I am looking for a replacement roof skin, or perhaps somebody from a drier country to cut the section out of the roof that I need. So I'm not going to try and refabricate this. It's beyond my skills. So hopefully I can find a replacement panel, or like I say, if we can find a scrap car in the States that's from a dry area, I'll just take that whole chunk and weld that in. I just think it's going to take too much time and effort to try and replicate what's already gone. So anyway, the good news was the sunroof tray was absolutely fine. Everything's fine, it just needs to be sorted out. Wings. So the old wings are off. They're in a really, really bad state. In fact, the bottom section of these wings had gone completely. In fact, there they are. Unbelievably, I found a set of new old stock genuine Honda wings. So that's the first of the panels to come in. It's absolutely brilliant. And just going round, mentioned that where the water had collected at the bottom of that sill, there we've got some rot under there that needs cutting out. But again, further back, it actually gets much, much better. I have got full sills to replace anyway, so that'll be done as part of that work. So, underneath the panels, all solid, all really good. And the front of the car, the nose clip is off now. Everything behind those panels is in really good health. These power steering cooling lines, I'll probably replace those with copper, but they're fine for now. Obviously, before I put the bumpers back on, I will be sorting that out. Coming around the other side, same again, everything's fine. Same rot here that we saw on the other side, perhaps a little bit worse, but easy enough to cut out. That has happened because those wings had mud collected at the bottom, and it just caused that to happen. Some rust around the windscreen. The windscreen is coming out. Obviously I need to do that to replace the roof skin. Some minor corrosion on the A-pillars, but much better than I was expecting. Here's that horrible rust on the sunroof, so not the best. And you'll find here, just look at the floor. That's what actually came out of the bottom of that front wing. Same story at the back. It looks horrible, and it is, you know, but it's all fixable. There's nothing that's leaping out as being a real major problem, other than the amount of time and cost, really. But I knew that going into it. So that's where we are. I've got the carpets to take out and the seats. I do want to look at the whole floor pan before I get this car into the garage. So basically I'm stripping it out here on the driveway, and it's going to go back into the garage. So let's see whether we can get this to run. So it wouldn't run when the car arrived. It was stuttering and complaining, but it had 13-year-old fuel in it, and the carburetor was seized and gunked up. So yeah, I've done a bit of cleaning. I've put some fresh fuel in it, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to start up. So give that a go. Actually, I need to put the choke on. There we go. Oh, nearly. There we go. Surprising what fresh fuel can do, and a quick clean of the carburetor. We'll go and get into the engine bay and have a look in there. And there we go. I have started doing a little bit of cleaning. I cleaned half of the inside of the bonnet, just to see whether it would come back. And the engine sounds absolutely wonderful, and that's obviously with the choke on at the moment, so really pleased. There's not even any tapping from the valves. This car has been really well maintained in the mechanicals. Sadly not in the bodywork, but I'll take that. You know, this could have been in need of a full rebuild. It is going to get probably going to do a head gasket and cam belt and water pump and unusual kind of things that I would do on an older car, but for now it's absolutely fine. So that's the update. Say more to come out, but it's a really good start, and work is progressing.